In the year 1996, Los Angeles has turned into a wrongdoing-ridden damnation where road posses control the city. The most remarkable pack pioneer, Simon Phoenix, has set up the biggest and most risky area for himself, with his central command inside an enormous, bedraggled building. At the point when he grabs around 30 travelers from a city transport, a LA supercop, John Spartan, whom has gained notoriety for obliterating property while dealing with cases and a long history of censure by his bosses, is sent in to capture Phoenix and salvage the prisoners. Spartan bungee hops onto the top of Phoenix Central Command and battles his direction through the construction, overcoming a few of Phoenix monitors. When Phoenix sees Spartan's approach on his security cameras, he grabs a dagger and punctures several barrels of gasoline, spilling it onto the floor. Spartan arrives and orders Phoenix to reveal the location of the hostages. Phoenix catches Spartan off guard, showing him the pool of gas and brandishing a lit torch. He defiantly refuses to give up the hostages and flicks a lit cigarette toward Spartan, igniting the gas. Spartan grabs Phoenix and runs out of the building while the flames ignite several barrels of C4 explosive. The building collapses just after Spartan makes it to safety. At the point when Spartan's chief appears, he quickly rebukes straightforward for obliterating the structure per his standard techniques.
Spartan's chief advises him to get a decent legal counselor. Lieutenant John Spartan is accused of compulsory murder and condemned to a long term in another jail where the prisoners are cryogenically frozen. During their detainment, detainees are liable to reconditioning to change their way of behaving. After 36 years in 2032, the jail is still in activity. Phoenix finds himself thawed for a parole hearing. However, it's probably he'll essentially be denied. He's allowed an opportunity to talk to Superintendent Smithers. Phoenix gives the secret word to open his shackles and goes after the guards. To move beyond the jail's retinal scanners, he removes the superintendent's eye. He takes a vehicle and heads for Los Angeles. The superintendent and 3 more specialists of the jail have been killed by Phoenix. They work rapidly to find him and track down him on Wilshire Lane. At a control booth, Phoenix finds that he has new capacities. For example, expanded strength, hand-to-hand battle abilities, and that he can hack the city's PC framework. The officials shipped off to capture him are no match and he rapidly beats or kills them. The San Angeles police office hasn't managed a savage wrongdoing in more than 16 years. Stunned at the degree of brutality, the SAPD, driven by an official named Lenina Huxley, conclude they need to liberate Spartan from his jail sentence to stop Phoenix. Spartan is defrosted and re-established to the police force. After some debate, the chief lets him know that the only weapons in the city are in an exhibition hall at the museum. Spartan and Huxley go there. In the museum, Phoenix breaks open a display case and grabs several weapons, including a laser-firing rifle. Trapped temporarily in the exhibit, Spartan finds Phoenix and the two battle in a vicious gunfight and hand-to-hand combat. Phoenix is able to escape through the museum's roof. He runs directly into Cocteau and tries to shoot him but is unable to pull the trigger. Cocteau tells Phoenix that he should be hunting a man named Edgar Friendly instead of wasting his time terrorizing San Angeles. Spartan catches up but Phoenix escapes again. Grateful that Spartan saved his life, Cocteau invites him and Huxley to dinner at Taco Bell, the only restaurant left in the area after an event called the Franchise Wars. All of a sudden Spartan sees obscure-looking individuals outside the Taco Bell and pursues them. He brings a few of them down yet stops when one of them implores him not to hurt him and drops a compartment of food his gathering had taken from the cafe. Huxley is over-energized, commending Spartan for his capacity to fight. Huxley later takes Spartan to her loft. Saying that the night's savagery has her physically stirred, she puts a protective cap on his head which utilizes a type of tactile enlistment to straightforwardly invigorate their cerebrums. John is dismayed, favoring actual physical contact. She requests that John leave her loft when John makes actual advances. John gets back to his loft and looks at a video recording from the exhibition hall she'd given him. He sees that Phoenix, when he'd tracked down Cocteau at the gallery, had a lot of opportunity to kill Cocteau however didn't. Spartan has Huxley take him to Cocteau's workplaces where he defies Cocteau straightforwardly, taking steps to hurt him. Cocteau is as yet ready to disguise his mysterious meeting with Phoenix in the park. Furthermore, Spartan uncovers that he'd changed the miscreant's recovery program for reasons unknown. Huxley is ordered to take Spartan back to the cryo prison for his defiance. Instead they go searching for Phoenix underground on their own. Spartan and Huxley find Edgar well disposed, who lets them know he really hates Cocteau's fascism and would prefer to carry on with his life in miserable neediness yet at the same time be free. Phoenix meets with the cryocons that he'd gotten Cocteau to deliver. He tries to explain to them that present day is filled with weak undesirables running the city and all they need to do is kill Spartan and Cocteau, then the city will be theirs. Spartan and Huxley are found by Phoenix and another fight results. Phoenix gets away up to the surface and takes a SAPD cruiser. Huxley and Spartan tear after him in an antique 1970 Oldsmobile 442. During the pursuit, Phoenix tells Spartan that he'd proactively killed all the transport travelers in 1996. Phoenix is allowed admittance to the cryo prison and plans to defrost more hoodlums. Spartan pursues Phoenix at the cryo prison in the wake of utilizing a stagger bar on Huxley so she could not follow. At the jail, Phoenix is completing the last phases of liberating the detainees. He kills every one of the professionals similarly as Spartan shows up. The two trade gunfire and battle angrily until Spartan can freeze Phoenix. As he swings around on an enormous crane, he thumps Phoenix's frozen head off and it shatters on the ground. He meets Huxley and the others outside. The occupants of San Angeles are uncertain of how to proceed with their lives since Cocteau is dead, yet Spartan